Hello everybody. Today we're going to be cooking mint chocolate truffles ready for Christmas. So, first things first, we want to get a nice warm pan. This is 250 millilitres of single cream and 250 millilitres of double cream together.
Low fat then?
Low fat. So it's all about the health food. Loads of calcium in there, protein, literally nothing but power food. Could you pass me the rolling pin, please, glamorous assistant?
Grandma, I thought you were going to call me.
Not with a rolling pin in your hand. So next thing is to bruise the mint. So we just need to give it a little squash without tipping everything over on my lovely display. And that will just help fragrance the cream as we heat it up. Glamorous assistant.
Could you use alcohol in it?
Yes, yes. So instead of mint, if mint's not your thing, you can use things like orange zest and Grand Marnier, Tia Maria, and you could add a little bit of coffee into this. You can also add some chili if chili and chocolate is your thing. Hello, chef. So, if you spill it everywhere, it makes it taste better. Apparently. Could you pass me my mixing bowl, please, glamorous assistant? Thank you very much. So next, we need 500 grams of dark chocolate. So we use stuff from the master chocolatier, and it needs to be 70% cocoa in order to hold properly. So there's quite a bit of this.
And the other?
And the other one. And then we use 130 grams of butter, salted butter, I prefer to use. Salt adds a nice bit of flavour to it. Next, could you pass the honey?
There you go,
Thank you very
sugar
much.
plum.
This is Priorsfield honey, made by Nigel's Pet Bees. There are other brands available, of course. And this should be clear honey, but I've decided to be bold and daring and go for Priorsfield honey. If we can just wait for the next 9 minutes while I try and get the rest of it off the spoon.
Use your finger.
Yeah, I'll lick it first. There we go. Okay, so just pop the heat back up on that, and I'll try not to set the fire alarm off again. So what we want to do is we just want to bring the cream up to a nice temperature, so it's just starting to simmer, but we don't want it to start to reduce, because if we reduce it, then it will actually make the consistency of the truffle a lot thicker. So I read on YouTube yesterday.
What heat are you looking at getting that to?
Just so it's starting to simmer and warm, you can just see it starting to just steam a bit. Don't want it to steam too much with a fire sensor directly above my head. So, but you can really start to smell the mint in the cream. And then all we'll do, once that is ready, is we'll tip it in over the top of the chocolate, the honey and the butter, and we'll just stir it all in.
Till it melts.
Till it melts. So, and then we'll tip it out into a container, and then we'll chill it probably about 2 hours until it's fully set, and then we'll come up with here's one I made earlier routine, which is down the far end there, which is my glamorous. That's the one. So here's one that I made a little earlier. My glamorous assistant's done. There we go. We're just starting to come to the boil now. So here's where I need 3 hands.
I'll hold one.
You hold that. I'll turn that off. Don't set the fire alarm off. You can really smell that mint, can't you, glamorous assistant?
Yes, boss. And mix.
And then we mix it in, give it a good stir, get that moving.
Oh.
Tip it all over the sides.
Less calories then.
Well, I was doing a boarders cookery class on Saturday, and one of the boarders told me that the more mess you make, the better the food tastes, and it shows passion and flair. So I I've decided to adopt that as my philosophy, because mess comes second nature to me. So we've basically got a nice hot chocolate consistency, and hopefully that will now continue. Not hopefully, of course it will. I'd recommend using a high-sided bowl for this, so then you don't ruin your apron as you're stirring it around.
Could you not put it in the mixer?
You could. I'm not clever enough to do that.
Oh, there it goes. Coming together
Can you
now.
smell the mint?
Yes.
There we go. Now we're starting to get somewhere. So we're now getting, oh, that was close. We're now starting to get to what looks like a nice, glossy, tempered chocolate.
I suppose you could put that into moulds as well, though, could you not?
Yeah, it sets quite nicely. So you keep it on the move until it is completely smooth and you can see no lumps in it whatsoever. And then you pour it out into a tray and pop it into the fridge. So let it cool until it sets, and then I think we get the picture now. Thank you very much. And then we get to see, here's one I made earlier. So this is the finished article. However,
Like that.
I'll just demonstrate a couple. So get a nice board, and we use our set chocolate, and you can then use things like cocoa powder, or these are crushed up Cadbury's flakes, although of course there are other brands available. So
Galaxy.
other things that you can use are chopped pistachio nuts as the shell. So people who have cold hands are at a massive advantage here. So all you do is you take some of the mix, roll it into balls, and then pop it into the cocoa, roll it over, and there you have your first truffle.
I suppose if you want to be really posh, you could fill it with something, or
Yeah.
a round,
Yeah,
like a
I mean,
hazelnut,
or
or
you could
a
even
glacé
use.
cherry.
I say cherry.
I like
Oh,
a glacé cherry.
Is that a phone call from the 1980s?
Mhm.
So these are just crushed up Cadbury's flakes, as you can see at the front. So, and again, they make a lovely little finish. So, just touching on what my glamorous assistant said, another thing that you can do
That's me.
is you can get a few little white chocolate balls.
Or a bit of chili. You could play,
Yeah.
like, what's that game where you pick food and you're not sure what's in it? It could be nicey or nice.
Ah, yes. I can't remember.
But you
yes.
could put wasabi or something in it.
Yeah.
Just a
So, I mean, if you do like
game
chili,
of chance.
so there we have it. A nice, simple, quick, easy, and has a little bit of wow factor
Yeah,
chocolate truffle.
not
So
too bad.
again, you can also use peppermint in them as well, rather than just standard garden mint. So personally, that's my favourite. So yeah.